Alright. Okay, I'll do it. I'll talk about some of this stuff. I had to wear a headband on my head for years because of the head pressure and the fact that I felt like I was going to float up into the sky. If I did not have something on my head, it felt like I was going to go right up into the frickin' sky. So, or straight down into hell. I remember when that hit too, I was crawling around on the floors. It was so scary. It felt like I was being sucked down into the floor. When you have seizures, that's exactly what it feels like. Something just just rips you down. Yeah, lots of symptoms have left me. Absolutely. I couldn't even name all the symptoms that I had. Okay, I have some really gnarly ones that have stayed with me. Like this frickin', I don't know, I lean to the right sometimes right now and I bang into stuff. I'm clumsy as heck. I have to hang on to the counters. I look like I'm drunk. And I feel really short. Like I don't even know how to explain that. There are also times when I felt 10 feet tall, like I was towering over everything. When I drive, the sensation is Mario Kart. That's, when I turn a corner, it feels like a boat, like it's going to tip over. And I know it isn't, because the car's not going to tip over just making a right-hand turn. So I've had to adjust to that. Absolutely. But I'm doing it, I couldn't take a shower. Oh my gosh, for the longest time, it felt like razor blades hitting my skin. It was just absolutely horrific. I couldn't brush my teeth because of the spasms and the pain in my mouth. The nerve pain was so bad that just touching my teeth hurt. So, I used my finger. I swished stuff around in my mouth. I did the best I could. And from the tremors, I actually ripped this thing with my toothbrush because I shoved it in there. I had to learn how to set cups down again, not slam doors. Everything was off. Everything. I'm so grateful that I've healed as much as I have. Honest to God, the dystonia. Wow. All this pulling. And then I had this thing going on for the longest time. I broke all my teeth back here. I busted out my bridge. I have scars all over my arms from clawing at myself, my legs too, because the pain would, yes, get that severe. There was no sleep. I didn't sleep for years. It was just torture, like, it gets really frickin' intense now. Like I'm on a medium burn now. It's constant. It doesn't ever stop. But it's nothing like it used to be, and that's what keeps me going, because I have healed. That means I'm capable of healing more. What were some of the other weird things? The hallucinations, the agoraphobia. God, there's just so much. There's so much, though, the histamine intolerance, couldn't even eat. I started with baby food. Finally, someone suggested that, and people made fun of me for it, but it worked. I introduced one thing at a time to see what my body was reacting to. I couldn't have any sugar, no caffeine. I pretty much IV'd kratom. My teeth were green in a lot of my videos because of the kratom. But then I realized that wasn't serving me well. But, you know, we get so desperate for help, and we're not even sure if the stuff's helping or not. But we'll keep taking it because we need help. I got off that, no problem. I want to mention that there's a lot of, I don't know what to call it. I don't recommend using it. I'm just going to leave it there. I don't recommend it. I don't think it helped me, and I don't think it hurt me. I think it was in my head that it was helping me. I do use an oil that I make now, which has all the CBD, CBN, CBDN, THC, all of it, and I've got it down to the smallest dose possible. Occasionally I will smoke, but not really. Just the oil. And I watch my diet, and you have to be careful of what you put your body into, you know. I was stupid. After being locked in this house, being tortured like that, not being able to leave, the day I was able to leave, I started marching all over the desert, and it was like 100 and something degrees out there, and I was walking, we're talking miles, on a body that had not been exposed to the outside world in over 4 years, that was severely neurologically damaged. I started eating things I shouldn't eat, and I wound up back on the bathroom floor for another year, having seizures. It's hard to wrap your head around how damaged you are, okay? You have to treat yourself like a baby. Everything is so fragile, and the world won't even allow you your injury, you know, so do what you have to do to survive. Don't worry about what other people are thinking of you or about you. They don't understand. I'm amazed I'm still here. The trauma alone that I have experienced is off the charts. I mean, there's not hardly any one person I could speak to that I don't relate to in some way. Well, that's not true. That's another trauma I've been experiencing. The world isn't what I thought it was, and some of the things that the people I dearly loved started believing in and supporting, I couldn't support, and I can't support, and I won't. It's another thing you learn when you're injured like this. You can't afford to have people around you who make poor decisions or do threatening things or dumb things or choose to be ignorant. It's not safe. Not safe for us, anyway. Alright, I hope that helped. I mean, I know you're going through a lot of symptoms and you feel like you're the only person on the planet feeling this, you know. I couldn't believe people were worse than me. No way, right? But people were worse than me. There's different levels to this injury like everything else, you know. And just because I can smile and laugh, it doesn't mean I'm not in pain. You know, it's so weird to me how we can adjust. You know, if people knew what I was feeling while I was talking to them, they'd be tripping out. Let's just put it that way. I'm tripping out. Okay. But you can make it through this, alright? Hopefully my window garden will do really well. And I'll keep my windows open and I'll be able to return to dance. And I'm hoping to start getting this house more organized to where I feel like I can paint again. It's too... I need more air now. That's healing. Love you.